Hi guys, how you doing? Austin Mangler here, a concept artist and illustrator from Perth. Just thought I'd go through my sketchbook. I just finished it. Oh, sorry, that was my speakers. And yeah, I saw Scott Robertson's videos, and they were really cool. So I thought I'd give you a little peep. A lot of this stuff I don't get online until a long time coming, because it takes me a long time to get them onto my PC, to render them up and paint them and decide which ones are best and which ones are not as good. So I'm balancing this on like a whole bunch of DVDs and then two rulers extended out, holding my phone up above my sketchbook. So if it all comes crashing down, I'm really sorry, but it's all part of the fun. So yeah, here's a monster dude. I'm doing a lot of stuff, I started at this one where I wanted to, there's my desk. I wanted to draw it in pen and then shade with pencil. So that's like a really cool technique you can try, because you still have to think about design a lot when you're doing in pen, because you have to be more purposeful in your strokes, and then you can go back and shade with pencil. So here's some stuff. I go from the back because I'm left-handed. Draw with this one, so just so I don't shade over my own drawings, and I don't have to draw on the spine of the book there, which is quite hard to do. So there's just a weird sketch of a guy in bone armor that I got bored with and moved on from. Freaky lady nymph thing with finger face. Some strange mummy lady. Trying to get into doing more girls, doing more drawings of women, and I've been doing life drawing class, and it's been really helping my anatomy and my characters as well. And this one I'm trying to get more confident in the line work, and then obviously just go back in a little bit with the shading just to give it a bit more form. But yeah, you can see, as I started, these ones, it's a bit static, not very flowing. Got bored on that one. That one's a bit of a mess. Don't really like that one either. But this one, they're alright, but sorry guys, don't want to hurt your feelings. But I really like this one, and you can see I've got a lot more confident in all the line work, just because it's like the fifth one I've done, and I've got a lot more confidence now that I've loosened up the muscles and gotten into it more. So that's just a good example of how you can get better at drawing just by not getting discouraged if the first one is not very good. You can just keep going through it and see how it goes. And then I drew this, which is pretty beautiful. It's a disgusting lady. Because, it's like, now that I'm drawing ladies, I want to have, all types of ladies. It's like not just scantily clad strippers in armor. I want to have disgusting zombie ladies as well. So, all for it. Here's a little sketch I did of my girlfriend who dressed up as the Joker. For Halloween, I was the Harley Quinn, and that was just a fun little experiment. Might take that further, maybe not. And there's another girl. I think my thing is just going to run out, so I'll just stop it there. So there's another girl. She's a bit of a cartoony, bit weird, but here's an orc sketch. It's good to get different compartments of your shading. I'm getting a lot more into line work with the pen and stuff, and you really have to take care of line weight as well. I'm still getting better at it, but it's really interesting. Obviously here the line weight is a lot more darker than the top edge of the sword, just because the light is coming onto it and then the shadow is under the sword. And obviously, I'm going in a little bit with the pencil as well, having fun shading. And there's another goblin guy. This one's more of a pencil sketch that I Started in pen and then just went crazy with the shading. So yeah, all these sketches are like just to have fun, you know, just to experiment with different techniques, have fun, and you know, use the sketchbook as a way to get lots of different ideas out. So here's some of my thumbnails, just little creatures, guys in armor and monsters and stuff. And here's I'm really having fun with the idea of sketching in pen and then painting it up and shading in pencil. So here's a bunch more. Did I miss a page there? I don't think so. So there's a bunch more. Nice girl with scissor hands there, and weird creepy dudes. This guy's very like Anthony Jones inspired. Lots of monsters and stuff. I really like this page. I had a lot of fun making all the atmosphere with the pencil. And there's some more demony monsters and dudes. Very, you know, realistic take on armor there, obviously. That's a bit of a joke, really. Bit silly, but that's, you know, how it is these days. So yeah, after doing a life drawing, I just wanted to see how I handled just drawing girls out of my head. So these are just completely out of my head, seeing how it goes. Very like, you know, stylized one, this one. Kind of like Bioshock a little bit. But, you know, obviously the chin isn't very good and it's a bit still too cartoony, so I need to work on my life drawing more. And, you know, not just sketch stuff, but also study it and see how it's going. So I might even make notes here about all the things I could touch up on. Here's a robot Batman for a sketchbook challenge. That was really fun. I didn't actually put it online, but I might in future. For I think that was Brainstorm actually, yeah, not Sketchbook or anything. But yeah, it's an amazing forum on Facebook. It's just a group called Brainstorm, and they put up, you know, I think it's monthly challenges, and this one was to redesign Batman from a different era. And I, you know, did a science fiction kind of Batman with a robot, but when I went to put it up, there was already like a million like it, so, oh well, never mind. And there's another idea about his wings and stuff. So here's some more little thumbnails. Just trying to play with proportions and play with robots and armor and stuff like that. Still having fun with the pencil under the pen. Here's a disgusting serpent little demon dude with the fingers on the end of his fingers. I think after having so much strictness with the pen, I got, you know, needed to get something out with just pencil and go loose, and so that was this one. There's a piece of shit, and there's another failed anatomy thing, and then here's a nice little guy. I like this guy. He's a little muscly creature guy. But yeah, you know, just keep going, just keep drawing stuff, because the thing about a sketchbook is even if you make mistakes and stuff, you can just start again, go on to the next one, and just, oh, that idea didn't work, come back to it later, or draw something else. So this guy's a little muscly demon with a bony tail there. He's got quite human anatomy, really. I really need to do more studies of actual creatures and beasts and from the real world, because although it's, you know, it works and it's a cool little design, the skull is just from imagination. So, you know, obviously it does look like a skull, but it's probably not anatomically correct. And also with the, you know, it's got a very human kind of chest area there. So I think I need to do more studies of creature anatomy and bone structure and all that. And, you know, it's a thing to do while you, you know, studying. You can draw a lot of creatures and monsters and stuff. And, well, not monsters, but, you know, creatures from the real world. And then you'll, you know, take notes, study them, and then when you make a monster yourself, just rely on your, your memory of what you were studying. Don't look at it necessarily, but just have fun and try and, see how much came through, how much you remember from doing anatomy studies. And here's another little scribble. Here's some kind of Gears of War inspired little monsters. This guy looks a bit like Drax from Guardians of the Galaxy. That guy's a bit like one of the, I can't remember what they're called, the aliens. And there's an assassin girl. It's like whenever I do shows or anything, everyone always comes up and says, oh, that guy looks like this, or that guy looks like that, and it's, I guess it's a compliment, but at the same time it just means I need to work harder, I need to keep practicing and getting my own voice, because everything I draw looks like something else, but I guess that's just part of living in the 21st century and having so much fiction around us, in games and movies and everything. It's all going to be kind of similar, but I guess the fact is that because I'm doing it, it's my own artwork, and no one else can replicate that, which is all about what art is. Sorry, going off on a tangent. But here's another little zombie guy that I was pretty happy with. As I was saying before about line weight, like you can see the line on the inside there is a lot more pronounced than the one on the outside. So just looking at it from this angle, it looks makes it work a lot better. And the top of his head obviously is very just one line there, just one shade, and then underneath everything, obviously the dark areas really make it pop a little bit, have the form there. I could even punch it even more and go under here, put more emphasis of the shadow of the skin over the top of the guts and stuff like that. That would really make it pop even more. But yeah, this is probably what I'm going to finish up and do in Photoshop eventually. So hopefully it'll be out in the next year or two. I don't know. I say that just because with all these kind of personal pieces, a lot of them start off as a sketch and then I'll get onto other projects and I won't be able to finish them in time, or I'll just get distracted. It's something I need to work on. Keeping focused on one project at a time. In terms of my private work, obviously, when I'm doing commission work and everything, I just have fun and go for the project. But with all this kind of concept, just sketching practice stuff, a lot of it is just for practice. But then every once in a while you'll find one that is like, oh, actually, I might finish that up. But yeah, there's just some little creature designs. I think my girlfriend was reading a Spiderwick Chronicles book that she got there, and there's little monster guys and weird creatures. See, this really screams I need to do more creature anatomy drawing, because yeah, that guy's pretty terrible. Here is a weird alien lady. She's blue. And I was gonna do more and give her a face and everything, but then I really just liked how it looked like that. Obviously it's very alien kind of inspired. Looks a bit like the alien at the end of Prometheus. But oh well. You see, I say this stuff so that when other people say it to me, I can always or I can just point them to this video and be like, well, actually, I said it first. So yeah, this one here is some life drawing I was doing. I go to a class that's about 2 hours every week or so, usually. And it's just at the university I used to go to in Perth, Curtin Uni. And it's a really good class, just doing life drawing is a great exercise for any sort of creative person, I reckon. Especially like coming from a digital work norm, it's great to get in with your fingers, and all this all the pencil work here, this is all just pencil, it's all just shading, but I'm just using my finger to smudge and having a lot of fun, just really quick sketching. I think these are about 3 minutes or 5 minutes each, but yeah, just getting your hands dirty, getting into charcoal, getting into pencil. It's all really good stuff to get all the shade in there, and it feels like you're painting with pencil instead of actually just drawing outlines and stuff. So here's a cool post-apocalyptic chick that I was drawing on a plane to a convention at one of the supernovas or something this year. I still haven't finished it. I still haven't decided what weapon I want to give her yet, but we'll see how it goes. I really liked how it turned out. Oh, sorry, just wobbled the camera there. I think I'm going to pause it again because it's going to cut off my video. So yeah, as I was saying, this is just a little sketch of a character I might actually develop further and keep around for my graphic novel project that is forever in the works. But I really want to incorporate more female characters and not have them just, strippers in armor. I want to have them as, decked out badasses who kill people. But, I don't know, not sexualize them and stuff, but I probably am already, but we'll see how it goes. Anyway, it's just something I really am interested in, If you can, oops, sorry. I keep bumping the stand because the DVDs are stacked up. But yeah, it's very apparent, and in today's gaming and video entertainment industry, that women need more badasses, like Hit Girl from Kick-Ass. Not really, but you know what I mean. So yeah, as I was saying, I didn't really know what weapon to give her, so I was trying to think up some really cool weapon ideas. Here's like a skull with some grenades in it. Here's like a, your typical post-apocalyptic kind of weapons. A baseball bat with knives stuck on. I think this one's like a cleaver with drills attached, and then this one's more of a decapitator weapon where you hold it and then pull this lever back and the claws clamp shut and you can chop off a zombie's head. And then this one's a little like hammer with like razors on it. But yeah, I was with my friend John, and we were just in the plane on the way to I think it was Adelaide Supernova Pop Culture Expo, and so we were just making up all these different weapon ideas. It was so much fun. Just brainstorming, That's what a sketchbook's for. You don't need to just do finished, beautiful illustrations. It's just for thinking about stuff and getting your ideas out. Like here's some of the ones. Skull Bomb, use a fishing rod with meat attached for a zombie trap. Tickle Me Elmo, proximity bomb. I love this one, the pool noodle with the knives attached. Those noodles for pools and games and stuff, when swimming pools. And then they're like a big foam noodle for a toy, and then imagine that with knives on it. Amazing. But all these ideas, by the way, are completely copyrighted to me. So, don't use them. I'm just kidding. But, yeah, I really want to draw these out because there's a lot of cool ideas here. And I really want to, make my graphic novel project have a lot of thought put into it, which is why I'm not really too stressed about if it's just like a project that keeps getting worked around for years to come, well, not years, but months to come. I do want to get it out in some form soon, but I'm still gaining maturity as I go and learning a lot. So I want to make sure I apply everything I learn on the way and make sure it's the best it can be. But yeah, here's a little cartoon kind of lady that's just out of my head. Yeah, I've done a lot of girls because I used to not even be able to draw girls properly. So I'm really kind of thankful that I started really practicing them and doing the life drawing classes, because all my art is up until the last year or two has just been monsters and zombies and stuff. But I really want to expand and get into mech design, get into characters that aren't bleeding. And if I'm going to do that, and creature design obviously, that even more. And even if I'm going to do that, I need to practice all these things and get better at them. So obviously that's what you got to do. I'm gonna do a lot more studies at home, not worry about finished pieces as much, and just practice, and leave the finished work for my client work. So yeah, and then here's some more little weapon ideas one of my friends did, I think. Splat Bat classic. And then here's me, I think I actually drew this at one of the cons, just having a play with, ideas, all the little ideas I wrote down. I was having a play with using them, like this girl's post-apocalyptic character. She's got all these, like, chainmail made out of cans, like Coca-Cola and Fanta and all that sort of stuff, soft drink. She's got like a hubcap kind of thing for her shoulder plate, cheese grater on her arm. I just love that sort of, found object kind of weapons and armor. So I really want to push that as well whenever I get into the comic or the graphic novel or whatever it's going to be. And then here's an orc, very inspired by Lord of the Rings. I think it was on TV, and we just sat back and watched. And yeah, I love Lord of the Rings. It's a huge influence on me. And there's a terrible portrait of my girlfriend, Tinika. It's weird when you draw portraits straight from life because, when you're looking at it, you're just looking to get the whole thing done and get it finished. But then, it was only maybe 10-20 minutes later when I went away and came back to the table, you see all the mistakes you make, but it's this one was straight from life, and drawing from life is like one of the hardest things you can do, just for learning, but it's also one of the best things. So just I very recommend getting into life drawing and all that sort of stuff, and use a whole lot of mediums and stuff, charcoal, pencils, textures and all that. Oh, sorry, nudged it again. So here's another character I've got brewing, another female character, where it's like a badass kind of like girl with a dragon tattoo meets the Matrix meets Saw or something, meets like post-apocalypse. She's like a bike rider who, is badass and wearing a helmet and a big trench coat, and I think she's got like some sort of blade weapon made out of bed springs that are electrified or something, and then a huge sword. Pretty ridiculous still, but I love the whole found object kind of thing. And here's a terrible picture of some guy. I was trying to do the proportions correctly and trying to think about what he was going to wear too much, so his stance is really ridiculous. He looks like he's just been, like, he just smelt something strange. But, just didn't like it, so I didn't finish it completely, and we just went on to the next thing. What do you know, it's a frickin' weirdo demon monster with no pants. But he's got very nice socks, so that makes up for it. But yeah, one of my problems with my sketching is actually that a lot of my pictures get cropped like this. I start them too big, get too detailed, get too wrapped up in more of the features of him rather than the whole body. And I mean, this is just an A5 pad, it's very small, but even if I was working at A4, you can see all my A4 pictures are all cropped as well. So yeah, as I was saying, a lot of my pictures get cropped, and even though I can paint them up in Photoshop later, it's something I need to get into more, because it comes through in my life drawing as well. But yeah, this is just a naked demon dude, so hope you like him. And then here's a weird demonic lady with hair made out of people's skulls. I really actually like working on A5. I've been working on A4 for a long time. I should show you all my sketchbooks filled up with sketches. A lot of the stuff that I have online is kind of probably like a third of all the pictures that I've like attempted. Maybe even less. Maybe like a fourth. But yeah, the amount of stuff that doesn't get shown because it's too bad, too old, or I leave it for too long. It's very big. So, but yeah, working A5 is just fine. Obviously you're gonna get a smaller picture, but when you scan it 600 dpi, works out pretty good. And as the pencil is usually not the finished piece, it's more of the thumbnail kind of sketch. You can just oh sorry, I keep knocking it. Yeah, you can kind of just scan it and then blow it up a bit, and then it doesn't matter, because you're going to paint over it at high res anyway if you make it a bigger file. So here's another weirdo demon guy. Can't remember when I drew this. This guy's pretty recent. This is my most recent sketchbook. This is kind of like a little like apology for not updating my YouTube channel as much. Thought I'd give you guys a look at all my latest pictures that no one else has really seen. And yeah, hopefully I'll get all these out eventually. Well, not hopefully all of them. That's the main thing about a sketchbook, really, that you have to get through all the bad ones and just keep practicing and do more. But only the best ones that I'll do up. It's still something I need to work on, really. Discerning which piece is going to be worth spending 5-10 hours in Photoshop rendering or making into a final illustration. It's a hard thing to do. As an artist, you create a lot of stuff, but obviously you can't finish everything just because you don't have enough time in the day. So you've got to really be specific and really be like, okay, is this piece something that I've done before 100 times, or is it like something hard and new that I'm going to learn something from? So, always trying new things and not shoehorning yourself into one kind of cliche over and over again is, important. So yeah, this guy, I like him, but I'm not sure if he's worth taking to like a much more detailed stage, because, if I did finish this guy, I'd probably just put him up and, just enhance the pencils a little bit, but probably leave him like this, because as far as a concept, he's pretty much, the rest of my gallery is kind of like this anyway. Like lots of monsters and surreal kind of demonic dudes. Here's a alien chick, kind of like a plant or something. Nearly at the end of the sketchbook now. This is actually quite similar to a piece I'm working on currently, a finished digital illustration of a kind of Kerrigan type character from StarCraft 2 or StarCraft, but not obviously supposed to be her or supposed to be like her, just that kind of alien lady, but not too weird, not too human. But yeah, I'm just, I'm having a lot of trouble with making it a really realistic looking pose and a realistic looking piece. So I'm actually going off and doing studies of female form and anatomy drawings and stuff. And it's probably why the piece is still in Photoshop. I'm still tweaking it, working on it, and not happy with it yet, because my fundamental drawing skills just aren't up to scratch with how I want them to be for the final illustration. Sorry, I'm totally rambling the whole way through, so I hope this is interesting for some. But yeah, and then here's just a weird sorceress lady. But yeah, that was a look at my sketchbook. I hope you really liked it. There's some more ladies, and I think that's about it. So yeah, thanks very much, guys. Feel free to stay tuned for more videos, and stay connected on the Facebook and everything, and DeviantArt and all that jazz. Take care, and have a great day.